Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Talk Fate Grand Order, the podcast all about the most chuny of subjects, magical eyes. I am one of your hosts, Omega, and my origin is talking too much. And with me, as always, is my co-host, Lucky. His origin is hype.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka keep your mystic eyes on the prize.
Yeah, everybody is. I'm not. We're hoping to not kid about the origin aspect either, because we've got 2 pages of notes, guys, so we're gonna have to improv.
Yeah, no, I think we're gonna do all right because, as I said, we got like. The notes aren't extensive, but there's a lot of underlying to them.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, and our usual disclamation of and our usual,
disclamation works. Go for it.
Yeah, disclamation. We're going to be talking about current and future events for both JP and NA for Fate Grand Order, as well as talking about some spoilers for Kara no Kyoukai. So anyone who doesn't wish to hear them should just be cut up into little pieces. All right.
And in case you can't tell, Kara no Kyoukai is the original title of Garden of Sinners. That's what they localized it as here. I'm not sure why. I guess because it sounds cooler and less weeby.
I don't know, because like if they did just the proper translation, it just would be like Boundary of Emptiness.
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
Guess what?
I don't get it.
From day one, Nasu was real good about his deep-ass names. But yeah, no, we'll move on, and if you're curious, where the fuck is Ron? He was last seen talking about Cloverfield Paradox. I got nothing. I literally tabbed over to our friend Discord server, to Emma's group. Like, shit, I need to find out where the fuck Ron is. He's not online right now. I was like, god damn it. But he was literally last seen talking about Cloverfield Paradox, so that's not a lie.
Yeah.
Right,
honestly, we could probably get him back into playing games or something.
Well, last he said his microphone was busted.
Oh,
This is Ron, so I don't know if he'll just do like everybody else in this business and immediately order a new microphone.
Ways of Ron are mysterious.
Anyway, let's focus back on Fate Grand Order, and let's check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mash, who's got some hot tips for our latest events.
Senpai, 起きてください.
That's right, it's time for Wake the Bleep Up, Senpai. No, we don't necessarily censor ourselves here, but this is our regular segment for pro tips. We have 2 very specific pro tips today. First specific pro tip, because you can't tell yet because the missions aren't revealed, but ascending and raising Shiki Assassin's bond level are multiple missions, so make sure to raise her for the event. Leave her in your party.
Interesting note about that, I wanted to note is Shiki's bond is kind of all over the place. Like, I think you need like 6k for the first one, like 20-something k for the second one, and then it drops back down again. So it's usually, once you get over that second bond bump, it gets a lot easier.
And then once you hit 5, then you're like, fucking forever. But that's okay, the mission only goes to bond 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep that in mind. Our second very specific pro tip, because we have access to it, because this wasn't available in JP, the Memories of Lunar C Mystic Code will mesh well with Shiki during the event with Arts Plus and Crit Gen Plus, and just Punishment is fun sometimes. Also, you can actually level it sometime this century. So be sure to check that out. That'll be a great little helping hand to have. Get that extra juice so you can make people dead. And don't be alarmed, listeners, if you hear any weird spinning sounds. I literally own a fidget spinner for the first time in my life, and I am fidgeting with it.
It is doing what God intended.
And if we run out of stuff to say, I'll just do 10 minutes of me doing that. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, please don't.
I don't even know if after noise cancellation and stuff, it'll stay on the microphone.
Oh man, I want my fidget spinner now.
Oh shit.
Mine be a lot louder though.
All right. Well, let's move on. This is you.
Yeah, this is all me. Records from the Throne are regular achievement topics. There's only one tonight, and it's pretty damn important because someone decided to make it a race. So I decided to win it. But I protected Atlante's Smile. I think it was Tuesday. I did it.
Yeah,
Like
you
Tuesday,
must have done some work for that. Get around all those fangs and
Well,
snake
I had
gems.
all the. I had. Well, actually, no. Oh no, I remember now. Yeah, it was Tuesday because it wasn't that I needed fangs or snake gems. I needed seeds. Like I was down like 5 seeds, and guess what? When the event came, out, like one of the first like rewards was here. Have 5 seeds. I'm all like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, I also had to wait for the event, but I needed it for fangs. However, I will continue my master one-upmanship, Bond 6.
It's only a matter of time.
I know, it's literally only a matter of time. But I accomplished that during the event also. Check in with me next week, though, because this event is going to give me a lot of shit I need. It's already given me like the 20 fangs I needed to put Atalante up to her 3rd ascension, for instance. I need to do the whatever for horseshoes for like Boudica and Ushi. I think it'll be their final ascensions. So keep an ear out. I'm gonna be busy next week. Because then we mentioned, by the way, that the event rewards are fucking great.
They are fucking great. Not like the event shop. No, just the event.
Well, yeah, that too. But also, yeah, no, just doing missions everywhere.
We're gonna get into that later. Let's.
I will say though, I got a fucking gear drop too. Like on one of the base models. I think that's happened to me at least once. But anyway, let's move on to Skelegramms. We got a little bit of news, a little bit here and there. So first off, everybody's favorite Lewd Queen got some stealth animation updates. That's Maeve. Now she has more cheese kicks and beams.
Like literally, she kicks cheese. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's her like Buster. I think now is her cheese sense goes off and she does a fucking backflip kick to deny the cheese. Because in case you don't know, 1, that's her legend. She was killed by an exceptionally hard-thrown piece of cheese while bathing. And 2, that's a joke to Summer, where you and your servants try to assassinate her via cheese, and she's like, you know, it's like 10,000 years too early for that to work on me again, kind of thing. She's been training in secret to develop cheese countermeasures. But also, yes, she shoots beams.
Let no one say that Fate Grand Order does not have a sense of humor.
Who says that? Those people are dumb.
Haters?
Alright.
Ne'er-do-wells?
Yes,
The
ne'er-do-well
uninformed
haters. Ominous mages. So let's talk about the big deal. It was announced relatively late. We knew it was coming, but it was still announced pretty late.
Honestly, I was actually kind of surprised because usually they the Facebook campaign first, and then the actual event details. They actually came out at the exact
they did both back to back.
Yeah, like back to back.
Like so one was up and the next was up. But Garden of Order. That's the Garden of Sinners cross FGO event because hey, guess what? Aniplex was involved with the anime adaptation. So
yeah,
they call it Garden of Sinners over here, so that's what it's called in the event. But it's Garden of Order. 2/8 to 2/22. So we got a couple of weeks. Nice solid round event. It will finish before Mona Lisa goes out of the store. And of course we got Facebook campaign for 3 St. Courts. I didn't even bother writing down what the like shares ratio was because we hit it. You already know we hit it.
Oh, off the top of my memory, I believe it was like 15K likes because I actually think we're actually getting up there for like the requirements. Because remember, it used to be like only like 1,000.
Yeah,
like
no,
5,
then they blew those up. They still keep the shares relatively low, which is I think where we get a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like we no longer instantly make the likes.
Yeah, no. As I said, this is probably because like last time I checked the App Store, Fate Grand Order is the number 5 top grossing role-playing app. So,
which is a big deal. What do you remember what else is in the top 5 off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, no.
All right.
I believe Fire Emblem Heroes is in there, but I can't remember which one is which because I was talking about it with someone earlier because we were talking about Fire Emblem waifus.
Yeah,
but
gotta be
I'll
honest.
look that up.
Having played both, I like FGO better than Fire Emblem Heroes. But maybe I never plugged myself into that community. I have no idea. I got lucky. I rolled like 2 Lins on a couple of campaigns, including the one that's a bride. I'm like, fuck, I should just stop. That's how we learned that I was EX rank luck. Just like, well,
Oh
I'm
man,
too good.
no.
But while
Like
you're
I have
looking it up,
waifus in.
I got a couple. Yeah, I see. This is a problem. I like Fire Emblem. I've never played enough Fire Emblem to develop waifus.
See, like.
But I played. Yeah, let's not get into that. Let's talk Fire Emblem Heroes. Definitely coming never, because there's no way I want to install that on my current tablet because it's a piece of trash. Luckily, I don't lose any data.
Information next week. I'll have it for y'all next week. I will give you the breakdown of some FGO stats.
Sure. That's good. Though I will say, I heard this the other day that Sony reported that their mobile games division is making a shitload of money, and they specifically called out Fate Grand Order having made them like $1 billion. I don't know if that was just Japan or like all the servers or what, but that's a pretty big deal for a mobile game.
We actually got into a discussion on this in our Discord about, because apparently when Fate Grand Order originally came out, like a lot of people thought it was gonna fail.
Yeah, it had a lot of bumps. They didn't have enough servers. Court summoning was way more expensive because it needed 40, for instance, instead of 30.
Mm-hmm.
So on and so forth. But the franchise carried them through some rough patches, and I think people are pretty invested now.
Thank you, community.
Mm-hmm. So we mentioned this last time that there's a sweet PV, little preview animation.
Yep.
They used it in Facebook, which was cool.
Yeah, they did. I was actually surprised.
It's probably where you're going to see most of them, though I will say when they did a stream for London, and here's hoping they do a stream for America, but you never know. They showed the London preview, like, live on Twitch. In general, if you want to know more about the event, just go ahead and watch our last episode. It's at the end right there. There are time codes. You can jump right to it. Bam. That'll just fill you in on whatever you need to know if you're confused about anything.
Yeah, I think we did a pretty good job.
It's not really that confusing. It's pretty simple once you play it.
Yeah, like, it seems kind of daunting at first, but then you just... it's a flow.
Pardon me for coughing. But I was about to say, but then my lungs were like, no. Was that, yeah, it looks complex at first because there's a lot of, like, drop charts in comparison to, like, these enemies spawn here, and they drop these, and there's, like, way too many CEs for this event. Because let's be honest, there are kind of a lot of CEs. I can see why, because there are a lot of, like, major characters and events from, like, Kyoukai to cover, but still, there's a lot of CEs. But once you actually start playing the event, it's way simpler than it looks.
Mm-hmm.
And here's going to be a big deal for our Japan fans, our fans in the Japans. Valentine's 2017 banner rerun, including Mysterious Heroine X Alter from 2.7 to 2.21. So basically the same time period we got left on Kyoukai, just about.
I'm so upset.
So, yeah.
Burn Senpai did one roll and got Alter on her first try, and I'm just like, no, why? When is my turn?
Next year. And then again the next year. Basically, Mysterious Heroine X Alter will be available along with lots of Cs that were specific to last year's Valentine's for a limited time because they did not explicitly do a rerun banner beforehand. So I guess they just were like, oh, well, we can make more money and also give a fair shake about the rerun now, after we did the regular Valentine's event. Thanks to Lightworks. By the way, yes, this does mean that there are 2 MHXA banners and only 1 MHX banner. Shout out to all those people on my friends list who have MHX. Also, for 1 Rare Prism, you can get MHXA's Trial Quest again. Not a big deal.
Yep.
So, yeah. We're at about 15 minutes in, which is a great part. We're 1/4 of the episode done, minimum. We're just going to fill the next 45 minutes with Garden of Order, and we are probably not joking.
Yep. So, I'm gonna start this off with, going into the event, like, both me and Omega decided to binge, I won't say exactly binge, we didn't do it all, like, in one night, but we all
did that I mean, it's hard, because Kyoukai is as an anime, it's a film series.
It's heavy too.
It was theatrical release. Some of them are, you know, they slowball you. The first one's like 50 minutes, and then, you know, the second one's a little longer. It's like an hour, and then the third one's only like 40 minutes, I think, or maybe it's the fourth one.
Yeah.
But like then you get to like the fifth and the seventh one are like 2 hours. Suck it up. So they get longer as they go on.
Yeah, they do. But still highly recommend anyone to go watch them, as said. But don't feel like you need to watch them to do this event.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're not required. They help you appreciate it a lot more, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like, because, like, literally the event takes place within basically one movie.
Yeah.
Like,
you could argue it's
that,
loosely based on the plot of a movie. It's number 5, by the way, Paradox Paradigm. But don't jump straight to it. The movies are released in an order for a reason, which is the same order the novel chapters were released in too.
Yeah, but like, so like going into the event, like I see things, I understand things, but the game still does a decent amount of explaining on its own without actually giving away any spoilers of the movie.
Also, it's great. It's like Shiki Explains, which is fucking great. Yeah. I'd watch that show.
Yeah. But it's like, it was still great because it let me connect to the events without, you know, making me have to go do a whole bunch of research on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And conversely, because I did know the movies and whatnot, I felt more invested in the event at the same time. So no matter which way you take it out, you're getting something out of it. Yep.
Also, we should say, because we are a channel that does things, I did a series of reviews where I watched one film a night, basically, and then I immediately recorded my thoughts on it. So that's a whole series up on our YouTube. You can go check it out. That'll probably be in the end card, and I'm sure there will be a regular card. Maybe they just go ahead and jump to that series here. So you can go ahead and do that. And if you're not keen about watching a series of 10 videos where nothing happens, you can get the audio version by just giving us $1 on Patreon. You can download all the audio and just listen to them as a giant playlist. Or you can watch the video. It's not really that much different.
I would want to clarify, these are Omega's thoughts, not Lucky's, because
this was a series that I did because I have the time to do that.
Yeah, Lucky literally, like, Lucky probably can say binge watch this more, because I got off work, I would come home, I would watch like 2 to 3 videos, and then I go to sleep, which honestly was a kind of a bad idea, because Kyoukai no Kyoukai has some very heavy topics and themes in it sometimes, and you don't want that stuff popping up in your dreams.
Yeah.
So, you know, make sure when you watch it, you know, have plenty of water, have plenty of sleep, and watch in a well-lit room and a good distance away.
Remember to watch with your mineral water and your strawberry ice cream.
I'm totally going to start getting me some Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Strawberry. It's going to be strawberry, only strawberry.
Anyway, yeah, so that's a series that I did on the channel. Go ahead and check that out. For instance, if you are one of a great many people who watched or rewatched the movies in preparation for this event, go ahead and check that out. That'll be great to look at and hear my thoughts. And you know, feel free to hit me back with your thoughts. I've had a couple of good discussions on the subject with people. But yeah, so Garden of Order.
Yeah.
We've got some bullet points, but I don't know where do we want to start here.
Well, let's start with the overall feel. Like, honestly, like, this feels very Kara no Kyoukai. Like, it's like, it has, like, as you noted here, it has that horror that bounces between being creepy and funny very easily.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start.
Yeah, very much like the actual story of that series.
Yeah.
Going from like, oh, it's a supernatural murder where people are dying and get their memories stolen and blah blah blah, and then we include all kinds of jokes.
Honestly, like I can't really think that, like, there's some dark humor in there, but like I'm not gonna lie, Asuka, she was literally the comic character in the.
She was very anime. I was just the example I was just about was was I was gonna say something like Mika ditches his sister to hang out with Shiki to her eternal rage.
Eternal rage.
Lots of other little, stuff like that. Little bits and bobs, wordplay. Shiki's very sardonic sense of humor, I think, is played up in the event. As also written in my notes, Ryogi Shiki, master of the deep cuts.
The banter between her and Mephistopheles is pretty top notch. It's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'm gonna say this, like, just because of this event, Mephistopheles has grown on me a little bit, like, just a wee bit. He still looks weird as fuck though, and it kind of turns me off though. So like,
yeah, I don't know, he's kind of annoying, but that's also kind of his point. So I don't know, I can't really hold it against him.
Well, you gotta remember, like, Edward Teach is annoying as hell too, but god damn it, we love him.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's outright funny at least.
But it has its funny moment, but then it has its surprisingly deep and dark moments. Like, especially in the beginning, like, I haven't completed, like, all the missions because
Samesies.
There's some benchmarks there, but, like, getting through a lot of the main story is pretty quick. You can probably get it done in, like, 1 or 2 days. Mm. But, like, 2 people in particular, like, 2 encounters, you just kind of, like, you have to take them and be like, oh, my heart. And those are the encounters with Liz and Boudica. Yeah. Because as is quickly explained, is basically the apartment is a place where, like, negative emotions and stuff are amplified to the extreme.
Yeah, I don't think they've explicitly pointed it out in the story yet, that I've noticed, but there's some lines you can draw if you kind of follow it. So they talk about how there's a negative energy to this place that draws in ghosts and spirits and amplifies their emotions, and then there's this whole deal with there are servants who come here and can't leave, and a servant is kind of like a ghost. They're a lot stronger, but they're a spiritual entity. They're a heroic spirit, which is, given a temporary physical embodiment in this world. So naturally they are vulnerable to some of the same problems where
Yeah, and so basically, first servant up is, like, Benkei, and I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what his deal was. I'm like, okay, Benkei, you mad? Let me just put you down. Go on back. You cool, bro? All right, moving on. Like, it's probably had something to do with his legend or whatever of him running around with Ushiwakamaru, but I really didn't care. I was like, all right, Benkei, I don't go. But then we got to Liz. I'm like, oh, it's...
Well, yeah, first you go through Mephistopheles. You meet him.
Yeah.
And that's whatever. You meet Mephistopheles again. You've run into him, like, 3 or 4 times through events now.
Yeah.
He's basically the same every time.
Tries to kill you.
He's the evil one. The other one's definitely the good one. Never mind how that doesn't make any sense. You run into apartment manager Hyde.
Support list.
You run into apartment manager Hyde, who is definitely not Mr. Jekyll, and tries to stab you a lot, but Shiki's not having any of it.
Nope. She was very upset.
And that's definitely a lighter point, because it's almost... Oh no, Hyde's trying to murder you. Yeah, whatever. But, there's definitely some funny moments there, but then, like you say, it gets serious, because Liz is next.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're dealing with very early Liz. It's her as a berserker again, which was how she appeared in Extra CCC, which was probably her at her craziest. They have a special.
Well,
I don't know. Did you notice they have a unique cut-in sprite for her?
The sprite with the eyes.
Yeah,
being
the blank eyes and the big dark circles.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Yeah, no, they went out of their way for custom art assets here.
Yeah, Liz's deal was basically she was like her loneliness and basically her loneliness and depression was catching up to her, and it made her go mad. And you're just
Liz has a lot. Liz has a lot of stuff that she keeps inside and has been keeping inside for a long time. And, yeah, she goes a little crazy. And then even when she loses, she gets really mad at you. Yells a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, but see, the thing about this is the difference between Liz's and Boudica's, which we'll get into in a minute, is when you defeat Liz, you're automatically called by Roman, and like basically like Liz has shown up and she's like, "Hey, I feel a whole bunch better," and
yeah,
all that
well,
stuff. You know,
it's kind of that, but also at the same time, like Da Vinci calls you up and she's like, "Holy shit, Liz is rampaging around my workshop." She says she's super happy, but also she melted Mona Lisa with some sauce she came up with, and also I think she tried to turn golems into cookies. Dr. Roman, please help.
Yeah, and so you feel like,
what the fuck? What are you doing?
Well, like I feel like it was that moment of like, you know, she feels better and all that stuff. So I'm like, okay, something good came out of this, and so like you know, alleviated her burden just a bit.
Yeah, it worked out her tension.
Yeah, but then you get to Boudica, and see, Boudica is what I like to call is a whiplash moment, which is like, oh god, I can't.
Well, you bust into her apartment and she seems normal.
Yeah, everything seems fine. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's big sister, yay!
And then you're like, but let's go back. And then she's like, none.
No, and then she like loses her shit and she gets pissed at Rome. And like you're just like, oh,
and yet ironically has Roman zombie mobs.
Yeah. But the thing that broke my heart, like honestly, is when you defeat her, is she goes back to normal and is like, oh, what did she say? Like, I made a terrible mistake, or I let you see something embarrassing.
Something like that. And then
something like super sad and just vanishes. There's no.
At first she shouts that she's the Queen of Victory before you beat her, and she's going to kick your ass basically, which should normally be terrifying.
Yeah.
Because in case you don't know, Boudica super metal. Guys, like, don't even.
Yeah, I honestly, like, we were talking about this earlier, but for FGO, they really downplay Boudica.
Yeah,
I don't complain too much because I like my. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she acts like everybody's big sister, and definitely not like she killed like 70,000 people or nothing. Burned the city of Londinium and St. Albans and another big Roman era settlement to the ground or nothing. So much so that there is a literal archaeological lair called the Boudica Destruction Lair, which is where you find just burned and fused clay and dead people.
Yeah.
There is a historical lair in the archaeological record where, here's when Boudica burned all this down. And yet they built a statue to her.
It's like honestly, I love my lovely and pure, like unintentionally lewd One-san here, but god damn, it's like Boudica had some goddamn rage.
Yeah, her character's softballed a little.
I guess that's why I would keep like hoping for like an actual berserker Boudica or like a Boudica alter who is just all this rage.
Yeah, there are a couple of characters who might have a dark side that we really should. They should, especially with alternate timelines. DW, you should go ahead and cash us out on that. Yep,
we take payments in quartz.
Yeah, go ahead and run those. Do an alter servant for every for every singularity. As I drink some water.
But like.
Yeah, but when you beat her, she has a very wistful moment where she's like, Queen of Victory, huh? But I've lost every battle that mattered.
Yeah, and it's just like, and there is no like after call or anything. It's just
she just
that and
melts. They do the defeated effect, and then just ends. It's donezo.
And like that made me made me hurt.
Notice Shiki doesn't really show up in Boudica or Liz. I don't think at all. Like she doesn't actually show up to talk much.
Yeah,
which is a very important point I think about how serious a tone it takes, not necessarily how dark it is, because if Shiki's in the room, it's kind of dark anyway, but it definitely keeps it more on keel.
Yeah.
But whenever my phone finishes charging, and also I joke I have to charge up my AP and my IRL AP, Because not only am I out of, like, in-game AP, I also, my battery's running kind of low, and unfortunately, all my cords are too short to play on my phone and also charge it right now. So, once that's done, I'm going to move on. I got another story quest to do. And hopefully things will lighten up.
Alright, have you got to Lancer Altar yet?
Nope. I think that's the one I'm about to do. Okay. I'm about to do 404.
Yeah, that's Lancer Altar, okay.
Yeah, I'm about to clear the 4th floor, guys. I know, I'm super behind everybody else. I had to go to bed when the event started, so I missed, like, 12 hours.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a little about Lancer Altar, because Lancer Altar is, I'm going to say this, is literally there for comedic effect. She is there to bring up the mood after Boudica. Because basically, she's not affected by the apartment. She's literally stopping people from going up to the next floor who don't have, who couldn't make it. Like, that's all she does. But when she appears, she's in full armor, and no one recognizes her. And so, like, everyone's
actually, like, that's a super good point. That makes sense, because in London, she wasn't in her she was in her, like, second ascension, where her helmet's off.
Yeah. No, the first time she shows up, like, she's in full armor. No one recognizes her. Shiki's freaking out that there's a horse there and is stunned silent. And then everyone's, like, making these theories, and Lancer Altar literally gets pissed off, takes off all her armor, and says, and it's like, look at me! Look closely! And remember, this is Lancer Altar, whose bust size will let you see the universe if you get smushed into. And so now everyone is shocked about that. Like, even... I can't remember the exact line, but...
So you're telling me I need to remember to take Mordred with me for this fight?
Yeah. But, like, one of the lines is, like, look at me now, and, like, one of your reactions is, like, but those breasts, and Lancer Altar's like, I will kill you if you finish that line. I'm just all like, yes, ma'am. So it's like...
See, no, what I would do in that case is I would be like, pocket Mordred! Like, pocket sand, just throw Mordred at her.
Yeah, but you also gotta remember Mordred was killed by that spear.
Yeah, but that's not how the class triangle works. Lancer Artorias are literally what Mordred is best at.
That is true. I guess this is read as intended versus written.
Yeah.
But yeah, like at that point, it is basically like Lancer Altar is literally just to bring your mood up from Boudica and Liz.
She's there to break the tension.
Yeah.
Because that is something that the movie series I think does very well. Pacing, like rising and falling tension.
And what is going back to movie? What's also great about the movie is like the movies like is not in chronological order. No, you jump back and forth.
Well, yeah, we should say that the story is never in chronological order. It was the original novel series is written achronologically as well. So the story was never meant to be told in a straight event A, then B happens. It kind of jumps around, but the animation does the best of it to kind of keep it focused and on point.
Like it's like you think it'd be a little confusing, but it's not actually. Like as long as you're like watching the movies like at a semi-regular basis, you'll keep all your
and they make sure to remind you what month and year it is.
Yeah, they do.
You know, they'll be like, oh, this is July 98. And then, actually, no, the first one is September 98. And then it does the back up, and then it's like, winter 1995. And you're like, well, shit.
Oh, Murder Speculation A.
That's a really good one.
All the titles are funky as shit, though. So.
Yeah, these are all Nasu's titles, so, if you ever wanted to know the mind of the guy who writes all this stuff, look out for stuff like, and as far as I can tell, I think actually, it might have been less referred to, but the actual, people will call me out for calling my first episode Thanatos. I think it is actually, like in the original light novel, it's actually subtitled, Thanatos Overlooking View, as the same as the film is.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what the film. It is on Amazon Prime, but I think, no, that's actually, it's probably marketed more as Overlooking View, but totally, Thanatos, I think, was part of the original title for the novel, unless my sources are wrong. But no, there's stuff like that, Murder Speculation, A and B, Paradox Paradigm,
Hollow Shrine.
The Hollow Shrine.
That's actually just the name of the damn shop that Token runs.
Well, yeah, that's why they didn't translate Garan no Do. Which, by the way, you will hear Shiki say in the event. Garan no Do, welcome to the Garan no Do. Yep. I wonder if they're gonna translate that in her dialogue when the event's over. Shop Shiki's pretty funny, gonna be honest.
Yeah, she is. It's kind of great.
Shiki
honestly,
really doesn't want to be here and deal with you.
But she does anyway.
She kind of does, but she kind of doesn't, because that's her personality. Like, you give her command cards, she's like, huh?
I honestly, like, Shiki is pretty tsundere. Like...
she is the classic harsh.
Yeah.
She also has the Gap Moe.
Oh, this is a point I wanted to bring up, because I was actually looking up Void Shiki's dialogue. If you want the waifu Shiki, you want Saber Shiki.
Yeah, no, like, that's totally why she exists in the game, because you can't...
Yeah, no,
you literally cannot waifu regular Assassin Shiki. It's not possible.
No.
She already has her soulmate.
Yeah, like, Mikia is her Kokoro, man, like... And I'm okay with that.
No, it's fine.
I mean, she likes you, but
she has no romantic interest in anybody but Mikaya.
No. She thinks you're a cool dude and wants to hang out and chill with you and she'll feed you strawberry ice cream, but that's about it.
And as far as we can tell, Mikaya only has romantic interest in Shiki. Despite the fact that several women try and throw themselves at him. In typical anime fashion.
Like, this is like an honest-to-God one true pairing.
Yeah, no, this is... And I think it's, in the extended, like, fandom, it's one of the most popular pairings there is. Because it's just straight up, in and out. It's a great fucking relationship. Like, that's... Their interpersonal relationship is the entire roller coaster of the series.
Yeah.
It's, like, how they correlate their feelings with each other and also their, like, personal philosophies and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no.
It's like, Void Shiki... who, like, you have to basically watch movie 8, the epilogue. AKA Exposition in Snow.
As I titled it in the description of my video review, AKA Ryogi Shiki explains what the fuck actually happened for 30 minutes. We're not joking.
No,
but no,
not.
you figure out what the fuck is actually going on with Void, and why we call her Void Shiki, because... Let's be honest, no, the naming conventions are not easy. Like, verbally, Lucky, how do you distinguish between Shiki and Shiki?
We can't. Like, we do it like in
the review series, I literally have to say masculine Shiki and feminine Shiki, because the fact that one of the Shikis is written in all caps does not work verbally. So
no, it doesn't.
Technically, Void is Ryogi Shiki, but that doesn't work either. So, most people call her Void, or, like, if you're typing an empty character. Because that's kind of what she is. She is the nothingness. The emptiness.
Boundary of emptiness. She is something that is not supposed to exist.
And, shout out to everybody who has successfully rolled her, because, much like MHX, she does not get another rate-up until somewhere in the future of Japan. So she is available in a couple of paid gachas. So if you're not rolling for Void, though, like, if you're not after the waifu Shiki, don't feel too bad. I'll say this. I don't think there are any SSRs who are really bad, except maybe Scheherazade, and that's just because she has a niche that she's not good at because she's a caster. And she's got a direct damage niche, which just doesn't make any goddamn sense. But because Shiki is all about instant death, as a Saber, that's not really that great. It's not a great effect to use, and not a great gimmick, but she's still okay. So, like, if you rolled her, don't feel bad about using her. But if you're not in this for the waifu factor, don't feel bad about not spending your quartz.
You see, like, honestly, like, I'm, like, seriously on the fence about, like, rolling for Void Shiki. Because, like, after this, like, in the next couple months, we're gonna have both Jean Alter showing up and
Jean Alter should be, if we're lucky, it'll be like it'll tie into like April Fools and the fake servants and stuff. But you can, at this pace, you could expect it as like sometime in the last week in March. So we're close.
Yeah, and in case you guys didn't know, like the gacha went crazy when Jean Alter came out. Like, money was made at
Oh yeah, no.
At the Lightworks.
And guess what? North America's gonna make a shitload of money there. We've already jumped in profit to like number 3 or number 2 in terms of like highest grossing with a couple of the popular ones before. Jean Arthur is gonna blow the fuck out of the water because not only is she a waifu character, but she is also a gameplay character, which we have just been talking about. Like, there are people who are like, I'm gonna ace the shit out of this game forever, who have been hoarding quartz and money waiting for this moment because, yes, she's waifu material, but also she's a damn good servant.
Yeah. She is literally
in case you forgot from our episode where we talked about a lot of the limited SSRs, she has literally the highest attack stat in the game.
Mm-hmm. And she's an Avenger. So get wrecked everything.
Yeah, no, it's real brutal. And there's not a lot of good counters to Avengers.
Not yet, anyways.
We're not going to get the Moon Cancer welfare until next year sometime. Assuming nothing weird happens with the CCC event, because it's fucking CCC. I really hope that the extra anime calls in some CCC events, but I think Last Encore is doing its own thing, which is okay, but also...
Yeah, because, we've only seen some really cool
they'll
screenshots.
localize, maybe Aniplex will license Foxtail instead.
That'd be cool.
Which you would like, because it's Tamo's time to shine.
Yeah. But, so it's... So, as I told you guys, last week, I believe, like, so I basically bought, like, a whole, like, I bought the $79.99 pack, the $80 pack, and I got Tomomo on my first roll, so I still have, like 3 or 4 rolls just sitting there, and I'm just like, I've been throwing tickets. My ticket rolls have actually been pretty good, because I've gotten the Toka CE.
No, oh, you had it right the first time.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. And I got Mikia also, so I'm like, well, these are the CEs I wanted. And I've just been throwing my ticket. I still got like 2 more I think I left in the event. I'll probably pick up like 1 more tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hoarding tickets for a roll video, but I'm mostly hoping to get the Toka CE. That's it.
Yeah.
It's
really
like
nice.
9 or 10 tickets. I've been very lucky with tickets before. If Void wants to show up, that's cool. I won't say no to any gold servant.
Yeah, like honestly,
fuck, if I get spooked by Sumanai, I won't be mad.
Yeah, that's a thing that's been happening a lot apparently. Like, one of our Discord fellows got spooked by Sumanai like 2 or 3 times rolling for Void Shiki.
Well, because
it's like, so beware.
But yeah, no, I think even Camper joked about it before the event started. Enjoy your Sumanai raid up.
Yeah.
Which isn't an actual raid up, but it can feel like it. But no, like, fuck, all gold servants are great. Says the guy who still doesn't have as many gold servants as some people he knows. They're finally gonna give me my goddamn gold assassin, though, and it's great. Assassin Shiki's fucking amazing.
She really is, like...
Listen, I've been coasting on, like, Jekyll since London. He's good, but his niche is very weird. The way you actually use him is he's an assassin until you decide to pop his NP, and then he's Buster Crit Man as a berserker. So like, it's not necessarily the way you use an assassin. Just like, well, I got a lot of riders to kill. So yeah, he's I like him, but he's really weird to fit in and actually feel like useful because you can't hardly use his skills either because you want to wait until he's hide because then all his skills do extra.
Yep.
So yeah, no, but using her just temporary for now because I haven't. Is it room like 501 where you get your first real Shiki? It's soon for me, but I'm on the 4th floor. But yeah, I'm going to get her for reals so I can permanently lock her into my support list and be happy.
All right, FGO. Quality of life suggestion here. Stop asking me every time I want to level up my limited time servant if I really want to do this. I am dedicated.
Yeah, that's
to this. Please stop asking.
It's like, guys, I did Guda Guda. I know how this works. I fucking know.
It's like I just put a little box that I can check that says "Don't show this dialogue again."
Yeah. Where's our fucking player survey? We didn't get that. You guys run that for us, Aniplex. We have some thoughts on quality of life, what we'd like. Also, it was like free tickets, so
Yeah, free tickets are very nice. Thank you very much.
But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna stockpile all the tickets from the event and then do a roll video like I did before because hey, guess what? Those actually do well. The time when I did Nearbyte's trial quest and then spent like 5 tickets to try and get her to get mostly nothing. Except NP2 Atalanta. That's got like 130 something views. So that's a decent niche. So people will watch that. Of course, you can watch me play the actual event. I'm recording all of them, even though that's kind of goofy sometimes, so I'm not necessarily talking a lot. But it's out there, it's happening.
Yeah, I just filed my taxes, so hopefully I'll be getting a new phone here, and I'll be able to record me doing stuff, and you can have some
comparison?
Yeah.
And the Lucky Place playlist can be more than one video?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about working. I'm thinking of expanding that there, but
hey, go for it. We've got a brand account, so you're plugged into that as much as I am. Anyway, let's not talk about the deep dark natures of production here. Let's actually talk about the rest of the event because you mentioned like the store.
Yeah,
we did say that like it's important to note. Yes, if you want Shiki to be your waifu, you need to get Void because Void is technically a separate character.
Yeah,
and she can.
And no, I was actually looking at her dialogue lines, and she's like, "Is this love?" And it's all like, "I like." It's like you should use your command seals on me more, and I'm just all like, "Whoa, Void Shiki, whoa."
Yeah, you don't see Void a lot in the original story, but she's kind of sweet for an omnipotent being.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah, she's definitely the cute, and she also wields a wicked ass katana.
Mm-hmm.
Get wrecked. Also, everything.
because she's a real servant and not a welfer, she gets costume changes.
Mm-hmm. Although it is funny, but honestly, what's great is Shiki like as a welfare, she doesn't change her costume,
right?
But that's fine because actual Shiki would not change either.
No, she wouldn't. She's kimono, red jacket, boots. Her first Ascension line. I don't know if you've looked this up. Her first Ascension line is what? I didn't change clothes. Or it's like, what? Normally we change clothes? Man, these heroic servants heroic spirits are so fashionable.
Yeah. No, I did. Because I decided to look them both up because I wanted to see what they would say about each other.
Did they actually talk about each other?
Oh yeah, no. If you have both Shiki and Void Shiki, Shiki will say, I could have swore I just saw myself. Like how tired do I have to be for that, or something like that.
Which makes sense because regular Shiki literally cannot perceive Void.
Yep.
It's weird, guys. Just fucking watch Kara no Kyoukai.
Like, if you don't want to get too deep into it, like, you can go, it's fine,
Trust me,
but...
there's a whole 30-minute OVA, which explains all of this. Let it go as deep as you need to. Seriously, Void, you used an analogy. That means you know how to do that. You could have saved, like, 10 minutes of talking. I'm not kidding. She literally concludes with an analogy that explained what the fuck she was talking about way quicker.
It is it is very much circular dialogue.
Yeah, I said this in my review. I don't know if circular is quite the right word, but it's very roundabout. She takes a long time talking around it to just get to her point. But anyway. But she's... whatever. She's cute, I guess. That works.
Cute is justice.
And you thought my origin was talking too much. Anyway, yeah, so let's talk about the actual event. Because I wrote this note down here. Missions are based, and they are. It is my favorite event type so far.
It is. Oh my goodness, I love it.
Lottery is... actually, rolling the lottery is fun, because you're like, oh man, what am I going to get? Am I going to get... or look at all these I got, because you can get a lot of stuff out of them.
Yeah, that's gambling. That's like the gambling high.
Right, that's it's like rolling the gacha without having to actually roll the gacha, because that only leads to salt and heartbreak.
Yeah,
but it's still actually, using the lotto system is kind of fun, because it's entertaining to see what you're getting and be like, oh, okay, so if I don't reset, I can get this many more of this blah, blah, blah. There's a strategy to it. The actual farming all the stuff you roll for the lottery, though, is not always fun.
I mean, you literally end up, like, just re-rolling the same AP, same mission over and over and over.
You find the optimal node, you build your optimal team, you pick your optimal CEs, and you just run it over and over again. Missions ain't like that.
Nope.
One, because you can complete missions anywhere. I have heard you can even complete missions in the regular story quests. Like, people have been getting missions to clear while doing something completely different.
Oh yeah, no, like when I was doing because I needed one snake gem for Atalante during the event, so I went over since I only needed one. I went over to the node in Okeanos, and in that node there are 4 skeletons there before you 5 skeletons before like while you find the Lamias. No, that totally counted towards my skeleton count.
Mm-hmm. And they also track even if they're not unlocked yet. So if you're like, if you don't have access to the whatever quest to like beat so many of this type of enemy, it'll still proc even if it's not unlocked by the story yet.
It's counting for you.
Oh yeah, it is.
Which is great because like when I finally beat the main story, I use air quotes there because reasons.
Also because there's there's a couple of missions that don't unlock until later.
Yeah. Like, basically a whole bunch of stuff gets unlocked, and, like, I cleared out, like, 10 missions, like, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, without having to do anything, like, ascending Shiki, like, missions, just types of enemies you beat, all that stuff. And, you know, that's something that's very nice, because it means you don't have to go back and backtrack, because, unfortunately, like, if I have to go back and backtrack and kill, like, 200 of an enemy that I've already killed 100 of, that's going to be a little exasperating. You know.
Though obviously, as you get like higher floors and you get more CEs, you can make a shitload of those guys spawn.
Oh yeah, you can. I didn't know, but apparently you can only get like a maximum of 100% bonus.
Yeah, you can only basically double the number of enemies.
Which is good because believe it or not, like, man, like some of this kind of gets a little rough. Like I'm like 3 missions. I had to unlock the next story room. I had to beat was it 10 assassin servants? I think that's what it was. So I was running the node with Setheno for a while, but then I was like, there are way too many of these guys spawning, and I don't necessarily need to do them right now. I'm gonna go down a couple floors to the Phantom node because Setheno also ignores the shit out of all my debuffs. There was my level look at Setheno. So I'm gonna go to a slightly easier node. I'll still get stuff, it'll still count towards things, but I will because they're all the same AP too. Every quest is 20 AP. Which is another thing I really
get
like.
My goal easier to me. It's real great. I will say that
like usually like with the events you start off with a 5 and you escalate up all the way to 40. Like no, you just start at 20, you end at 20.
Yeah, everything's 20. Story quests are 20, free quests are 20, everything.
Which, you know, might be a little rough for like players who are earlier, but I'm sorry, I'm like a level 114.
Well,
I got
see,
like
the beauty of being early is you master level up quick so you can refill your own AP.
Yep.
Because I'm sure these give a decent amount of it.
Yeah, like I'm at like what? Like I'm getting like 15k ish.
Yeah, the only thing I don't think they do a great amount of is bond points, but whatever. Interludes do that a lot better.
As I said, like the missions aren't like that hard, so
no, it's just really. If you get your multiplier up there, you have to deal with quite a few enemies in waves.
Yeah,
which is a little bit of a frustrating mechanic. Like if you kill 1.5 enemies, the first enemy will fill in, and then you're stuck killing 1.5 enemies again.
Like you have to like clear like the entire wave so that basically the enemy can do nothing, and just the new blow in.
Yeah,
that's what I try to do. It's like that's also
if you can pull that off, it's the best. I will say you either gotta stick real hard to your drop like info tags, like what's going on in the quest, or use a visual guide. There's a great visual guide out there that's just it's a godsend to me because I'm always looking at it for like, okay, what enemy spawns are increased by what CEs? Because let's be honest, there's no logic for that. There really doesn't seem to be a reason why certain enemies are associated with certain CEs. So you got to look it up. And
it's like I'm the opposite. I didn't use a visual guide. I literally was winging it from like step 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's definitely doable.
I mean,
although I have made a couple mistakes in it, and so,
hey, listen,
you know,
I'll recount a story from the Discord where you were talking about making some mistakes. I mentioned that I was trying to bring Caster Liz and accidentally brought Lancer Liz,
Yeah.
Because clearly all Liz's are the same, right?
Mm-hmm. Just wait till you get Brave Liz and Mecha Liz.
Well, Mecha Liz, at least I'll be able to tell different. Brave Liz is also going to be... You get everybody up to their max ascension, it's just cute Liz smiling. You can't actually see what she's wearing, really, in the little servant select screen.
But as I'm looking through the master list to find out how many more Rapunzels I have to kill, man, I love these event rewards. Like...
It's funny, I was just about to bring this up. The rewards are great.
So basically everything's like, there's gonna be 100 missions, alright? And every mission has a reward. Every single one of them.
And several of the missions are tiered. Like, you start with kill 10 skeletons, then it's like, kill 50 skeletons, then kill 100 skeletons.
Then 200. Now, and for, skeletons specifically, oh yeah, because here it is right here. You kill 20 skeletons, you get 5 bones. You kill 50 skeletons, you get 10 bones. You kill 100 skeletons, you get 15 bones. Guess what? You just killed 100 skeletons and you got 30 bones for it.
Fucking great. I think that's better than the actual drop rate of evil bones.
Yeah.
Same with, I think it's base models give you, dragon fangs.
Yep.
You get, 30 of those total.
There's also, it also goes up to 200, but then you get, the rare, for skeletons, you kill 200 skeletons, you get, 5, Hearts of Foreign Gods. You kill, 200 base models, you get 5 Dragon Reverse Scales.
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
So yeah, no, mats are great. There's horseshoes in here. I haven't unlocked any of those missions that have horseshoes yet, but I know they're in here.
Yeah, I see them. Oh wait, no, I see them. It's a living corpse. If I'm assuming this right, you kill 200 corpses, you get 10 horseshoes.
And I need those fucking horseshoes.
I need those horseshoes too.
You can also get seeds in the event. There's quite a few skill gems, which are actually just in the event. You can get 10 blue gems.
Yeah, surprisingly,
pieces
I think...
and monuments.
Excuse me.
Quite a few of those.
The event shop is not really that robust. It has what plumes and claws, which I think are the only 2 items that are not actually in the mission reward.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has a bunch of gems. 1,000 mana, 1,000 mana prisms.
That's kind of one of the things.
And all the CEs, which are a lot. There's 4 event CEs?
Yeah, there's 4 event CEs. You get 1 copy of the 4-star Summer's Future Sight, which I think is a good note. They don't have a 3-star CE that you get in the actual event itself. You get 1 copy of the 4-star for free, and then there's 4 in the shop, and then there's 5 of all the others. I have 1 of each at least, and I've got I remember reading somewhere that optimally you want to buy up Chorus first, so I'm working on Chorus before I work on Summer's Future Sight. Oh, I just realized you don't know what Summer's Future Sight means either, because you haven't watched Recalled Out Summer.
Nope, not yet. I said they don't seem to represent...
That's what we mean also. If you haven't watched, the films, you don't necessarily get what the CEs are about. But, there's maybe not as much, reward for it, if you're not familiar with the characters.
By the way, Sprinter, that is not Emiya.
No, it's not. That's not Shiro. It may look like him. Nor is Threefold Barrier Kirei. Nasu has clear themes in what he writes.
Yeah, he really does. All throughout watching Karno Kyoukai, I'm all oh, so this is you'll make parallels to Fate characters the entire freaking.
Let's look at all the shops. So yeah, so there's at different tiers there's plumes, claws, lanterns, ghost gear, not ghost gears, eternal gears.
Oh, I need those. Those are what we need.
Those are for ice creams. You can get lanterns and gears. And in the mineral water, you can get blazes, foes, and void dust. If anybody actually needs void dust, I don't. I think I still got nearly 100 of this stuff. But yeah, no, the event is great, and we have now actually been talking for over an hour. I was not kidding.
Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah. The show has just hit the hour mark. We did literally talk for 45 more minutes.
Well, let's see here. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised.
I'm not. Guys, in case you can't tell, we fucking love this event.
We really do. Honestly, hands down, this is my favorite event so far. Because a lot of times I don't do good with mindless farming. I really don't.
Yeah, Valentine's was okay because because of the rate up. It was like, all right, so now every 12 hours, it's a different type of enemy types you're hoping to fight.
So you want to switch it around,
and then occasionally they fuck you over. Archer drone.
Yeah. But no, like this one, it's like I'm bouncing around. Like I don't have to spend I'm not spending all my time at one node. I'm still unlocking things as I go along, even though I've done so much already. It's it's a progression. It's not it's a full progression. It's not like, oh, you're just gonna unlock the entire tier things. No, you're gonna unlock more things to do. So you actually might have to go back and redo things. Oh yeah, they also Omega, have you cleared 30 missions yet?
Not quite.
All right, so you haven't got to that part, but basically
I'm at 28 missions.
What?
I'm at 28 missions. So the moment I do 404, I'll get it. I'll get 30.
All right, so 2. A lot of people were talking about how this event kind of leads into it's a prelude into the next event. And I can see why they say that. I'm not gonna boil that too much, but as I said, once you hit 30 missions, once you hit 30 and 60 and probably 90, you unlock some extra nodes, and the 31 basically you run into something new and different, and it's basically like a teaser into the next event, and I think that's cool that they included in there. But at the same time, I'm just kind of all like, why? Megan, you'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. We can talk about it next week.
Well, yeah, we'll probably have, because everybody's just powering through the event, missions wise, because it's not hard and it's fun. We've got 12 days I think left in the event still, so we will probably be doing wrapping up thoughts, not our final thoughts, but okay, we've done everything there is in the event at least once thoughts next episode. And maybe it'll be shorter. I'm just saying, I'm probably sure there's probably people ahead of me, but I said, third day, I'm at 64 missions completed. Well, yeah, I'll save this for you. You're working the night shift, works out for you, because, the event maintenance ends at, 2 a.m. for me, and so usually it's I'm too fucking tired to start a new event right now. I'm not gonna have any idea what I'm doing.
It's always... I will say that it's always hilarious when you're in the starting rush in the event and no one has event CEs and you're like, God damn it!
Yeah, no, I tried to I straight up ignored building a support list for a couple of hours into this event because I was like, I have no idea what I want to put there yet. Apparently, people though are using my Mordred with the skeleton spawn up CE a lot. That's my usual. Get the most
kind of hilarious. I think that's actually kind of hilarious because I think when you fight Mordred, she has a bunch of skeleton mobs.
Oh no, I'm gonna make Mordred fight herself probably. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm gonna make Emiya do that. Whenever I see sabers, it's like, hey Emiya, come out of retirement. You've been sitting at max extension for a while, not doing anything because you're really good. But when I want to solve problems, I call that guy in.
I'm still laughing about the movies calling the counterforce the deterrent force.
Yeah, the translation was a little goofy a couple times. I don't think much like our problems with branding in whether or not it's Altria or Artoria, I think that some people do not necessarily always double check the translators.
Deadlines.
Deterrent force. That sounds more ominous, but no, counterforce. And yes, by the way, in case you're curious, the counterforce does go back that far.
Well, honestly, believe it or not, you can probably connect all of Nas' work by the root.
Yeah, no. It's just... If you read or watch Kara no Kyoukai, you will understand, because that was Nasu's, first big thing, I think, into his attempt at building his own world, which is later extrapolated into Tsukihime, and then Fate Stay Night, and then also some other stuff he's done that nobody really remembers.
Also Clock Tower.
Yeah, the Mage Association shows up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we cover all the rules for mages and stuff, kinda.
Yeah.
The quest for the root and all that. I'm trying to think. Are there any other... I guess Angel Notes is a thing, but I don't know how many people actually remember that. Anyways, before we go too much longer, let's start wrapping up.
Yeah, let's get this meme of the week, because I thought this was hilarious.
Yeah, so today's meme of the week is... Google speech to text forcing me to give servants hilarious nicknames. because sometimes I will, when I'm going to bed, sometimes I'll have like my phone on me and I'll pop up in Discord. I'm on a phone though, and not like a big phone, so typing is hard sometimes, especially when you're trying to relax. So I usually let Google speech to text do it for me. But it led to some hilarious server nicknames like Skok for Skahawk, which is just S-K-O-K.
You see, this is what gives me. I would have swore that Google would have picked something like Skyhawk. Like,
no, I guess I just said it too fast. I tried to say Musashi-chan at some point, and I got Versace-chain. I tried to say Tomoe, and got Tomorrow. And I think technically I was saying, like, Pavardi apostrophe S to get this, but it's still funny. Havarti cheese for Pavardi. Lots of other fun stuff. And maybe, if you're lucky, we'll actually... Not if you're literally lucky, if you're figuratively lucky. We'll actually do Fate bonus stage, and we'll talk about what caused this particular need for me to discuss servant names a lot. But don't worry, we haven't forgotten. But we have a lot of projects to work on. Anyway, yep. So yeah, that's our meme of the week. Also, merch future. We're looking into developing a Mystic Eyes of Doki Doki shirt. Originally, this was Mystic Eyes of Giving Me Diabetes, but I think Mystic Eyes of Doki Doki works better. Yep. So we'll hit you up with that.
Yeah. Apparently, I made a joke about saying I'm 30 going on 13, and apparently there's some interest in there, so now I got to fucking make it.
Buy it, so yeah, we also need to figure out, we need to prototype that.
Yep.
And remember, everybody, we totally sell shirts. Check that shit out. Like, I'm pretty sure they're pretty good. Like, they're I don't go for, like, premium materials, which is, like, the upper tier most of the time, but, no, they're definitely, we got some okay designs, and they look good. And I love colors, so there's plenty of color options available. Especially with, like, our logo, which you can get, of course, in, like, black or white and red, green, or blue. And I don't really know how color's gonna work with the art importation, but do whatever. Do you, man. You're the art man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I got ideas.
He's working on it. We're developing products here. We're an actual brand. We swear to God.
I'd actually like to get one of them off. I complete one of them. I keep jumping from project to project. I'm like, ooh, this sounds cool. No, I'm gonna work on this. Oh,
eventually, if you trust me, from personal experience, if you rotate around on a project long enough, eventually you finish one off.
Eventually. So don't worry, they are in the works. I have lots of.
Yeah, so basically, Lucky's the only actual artist on the team. I just threw text on T-shirts in different colors to try and make and use different fonts. That's my special ability.
Yeah, and I also got to make sure that I'm not like getting close to any other images, because then we get into some funky territory. Teespring
sent me a lovely email about their changes to their copying policy upcoming. So I'm like, well, better make sure we don't accidentally rip anybody off.
Yeah, so don't worry. Here at Studio Mega, we're going to bring you 100% authentic original T-shirts.
Mm-hmm. Like our Astolfo pronunciation guide shirt.
Yeah. You
can let literally everyone looking at you know how that name is actually pronounced.
Like, honestly, what I was going to do for that shirt originally is I was just going to do Astolfo. God fucking damn it. That guy. I was just going to do a silhouette in the back of it, but now I got, like, silhouettes, you know, they might be a no-go, so I had to scrap that. So I have to look into things, because, you know.
So today we learned somebody needs to buy that shirt for Lucky. So he can just look down. We also have other popular designs, I think, from funny stuff we said, like Ruler in the Streets, Avenger in the Sheets, as like a front-to-back T-shirt.
Another one of the designs I'm working on is it's like I only have 2 settings, 0 and 11, with little tiny figurines of my avatar like being like stupid lazy or nearly exploding. Because if you see me in the Discord channel, those are my only 2 settings.
Also, other great quotes. We have I want to do a more advanced version, but we have a simple text version of the Dragon Mom effect. A plus B equals D. Where A is more dragon, B is more mom, or it's A is dragon, B is mom, D is amount of want. So the higher A and B are, the bigger D is.
Oh, TMI. When
We still don't know. I'm still upset about not rolling Lancer Alter yet.
me too.
I really need to roll Nero and Gorgon in the next, like, year and a half so that when we get a free 4-star again and I can pick story locks, I can pick Lancer Alter. Because I don't think she has a lot of rate-ups on her own, is the thing.
Well, actually, Nero, your next Nero chance will be...
Yeah, no, Nero's got a fuck ton of rate-ups on her own. I think Gorgon has a couple. That's why I say I think I want to clear those out so I can pick Lancer Alter and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. That'd be good.
That'd be good. All right. So we'll let you guys go. We're gonna wrap this up next time. Of course, look forward to our finishing thoughts on like the Holy event, our usual scorekeeping. I think the regular Valentine's event ends in the middle of next week, so I'm sure Japan will at least announce something new. Also, our Valentine's will be next Wednesday. So girls, should have private message me if you want to send me some chocolates. That's right, my character on the show is Hopeless Shill. That's just my character. And we'll come up with some other dumb stuff we'll say, I'm sure, next time that we can turn into a shirt in like 2 months. So, of course,
probably,
if you like this video, give it a like. We love likes, as we like to say. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I think it's been a while since we had a good train of comments, but you know, comments are fun. If you have any actual comments about the episode, we will respond to them, because notifications are on, so trust me, whenever you make a comment, I know.
We like to engage.
Yeah, we love engagement. Speaking of engagement, we have a community Discord. We engage the shit out of that. So you can go there and hang out with lots of like-minded people.
Order, like talking about anime, you like seeing people being just kind of crazy, and this is the place for you.
Do you like shitposts, son?
Shit posting hour is still going strong.
Just randomly assault with GIFs all the time. We have an art dump channel too, so we do that. So that's links in the description. And of course, if you are new here and you have not already, please subscribe to our channel. It's very important for us, but also it's the best way you can get a hold of our content regularly, other than, of course, supporting us on Patreon, where you can get materials early and get the audio version of this for just $1 a month. It's a great deal, and you don't even have to pay us until the month is over. You passed it already. You've got like a whole month before you have to pay us $1. So, we will see you guys next time. And Lucky has not written down a pithy one-liner to outro the show out, so I'm just going to throw it to him and see what happens.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to kill like 8 more Rapunzels out of 20.
I mean, that works. That's the end. That's right there.